Spoiler alert!
Welcome back.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Baked Potato Podcast hosted by me, Jacob, and Frankie. Each week we'll cover pop culture and what happens, just in like general news for the week and just some other fun stuff. We're going to have segments and it'll be really fun. So I'll introduce Frankie. Frankie is this cute little boy. He goes to school right now and like watches movies.
Yeah.
He's a varsity Rocket League player. He's kind of the GOAT in all things esports. And if you have anything we should talk about in other episodes, just let us know down in the comments. Our first segment is what's relevant. Now, I've been seeing a lot of memes, and I've been seeing a lot of hate memes, justified hate memes, about the pizza movie. We'll start off with your thoughts, because you just watched it. Now, I watched it a couple days ago, and I hated it. But I just wanted to see what your opinions were.
This is probably gonna be a bit of a hot take, I guess, but I thought it was pretty good. No, I thought it was pretty good. I was like, okay, listen, I know it's corny, I know it's like pretty cliche, but I think it was on purpose. I think it was like purposefully cliche. Like I think it was like, yeah, but like it was funny. I was laughing, and I know it was like stupid, but I was laughing. And
all right, keep going.
I think a reason for it is because since I go to uni, like a lot of the like stereotypes that popped up in the movie, like I think they really worked for me because they're present in uni. Like for example, the RAs, that was hilarious. The elevators, even like the hall, like the residence hall, like it all made sense in like a way that was like it was really funny. And I don't know, I actually liked the movie. I mean, it was really stupid in parts, but I actually thought it was pretty funny. So
I wanted to rewatch it right before this podcast, but I didn't feel like killing myself today, so I skipped out on that. I will say I did like some moments of the movie. Like I thought Gaten was good in some of it, and the kid from the Goldbergs, like I don't know his real name, but I know he's been in that show. I thought they were all right, but Gaten definitely shined. I did like the stuff with the RAs and like the big fat guy in that one scene. Dude, it was so funny. Where it's like, well, if we're gonna be honest with each other, I thought it was so funny.
That was really
and funny. I like the Inglourious Bastards recreation. I thought that was very cool. But besides that, the thing that really threw me off in the first 10 minutes was the fart jokes. The bullies farting on their faces. Like when that hit, I actually wanted to turn the movie off. That's how bad it was for me. And I think I was in a bad mood too. So yeah, the movie just didn't, I don't know. I might rewatch it, I might not, but I just think it's too cliche to a point. And some of the other people in that movie was American High. So they're like a comedy group on Instagram. I think TikTok and they have like their logo in the beginning, and that's kind of like the humor that they go off of. And so I've seen a lot of their stuff, so it kind of got like boring for me at a point with some of the jokes, but it wasn't that it was all bad. I don't know. It was just, I mean, the pizza bot goes like 30 miles per hour and jumps midair and catches a pizza. It's so stupid. And then at the end what was the villain's name? What was the villain RA's name? I forget. But like
I don't know.
He takes all the edibles, then he realizes that they're in a low budget movie.
Oh, I actually like that so much. I thought that was
so funny. Yeah, I think all the different like stages of trips kind of threw me off too. Like I texted you this. I'm like, I chewed it out and swallowed it. Like by the time I was done with the movie, like that's how much over I was of it. And I think I gave it a a star and a half. Now it probably deserves a 2.5 just because of the creativity, but it was so hyped up, and then you see all the "I'm good, bro" memes, and
Yeah. I gave it 4 stars.
4?
Dude, I
What?
am not kidding when I tell you that I
Oh
actually
my
liked
God.
it. Like I know it was stupid, but I feel like it was intentionally stupid and it was making fun of like really
Yeah.
cliche stuff. And like the references in the movie, like there was like I feel like there was like I could be reaching with this, but I feel like there was a Titanic reference at the end where they say Jack like 10,000 times. And it's like I think it was like purposeful to the point where it was supposed to be a reference. But I feel like there was just a lot of references, and I feel like it was actually really creative with the plot. So I thought it was pretty good, even though it was stupid. I thought it was fairly good. I would say it's on the lower side of 4 stars, but
Yeah, no,
yeah,
I get
I
you.
liked it.
I think 4 is like good for that type of movie too, because it's like it's so bad in how it's so bad it's good, but like the references, like you can't like not hate it because of that. I don't know. I think I leaned too much into the "I'm good, bro" memes, and that kind of swayed me over to the dark side. But
That's fair.
yeah, I don't. It was just that stupid fart scene was so bad. It was so bad, and he's like, "Oh," and then he's like farting all over. It's so, yeah, dude.
I honestly I thought it was funny that the not the Gaten guy, but the other guy.
Mhm.
He's just like, "It's right here, fine," and then he just like,
Yeah,
he's
he
like,
just-
"Yeah, so that's all right." I don't know. I just thought that was stupid, but
I mean, the butt ass naked football team chasing after the
Oh my
teacher,
God.
and then he like
No,
ruins the entire college football team.
I was
so bad.
shocked. Yeah, and it was at the police station. It's just like, on Bring Your Daughter Day. I was like, oh no, that's so funny.
Let's see. The movie was released a month ago. It's now the 8th,
Oh,
and
wow.
I'm still seeing memes for that movie. Like I saw recreations of other posters. Like I think there was a Parasite one, and it's actually horrendous. But I think I will give it another chance someday, maybe in like a couple weeks or something, and we'll reconvene then. My final thought is I'm good, bro. So
So this next segment is going to be pretty much introducing what this entire episode is going to be about, and it's pretty much just a deep dive into the oversaturation of sci-fi movies. Um, I'll lead this into Jacob starting off this because this was his idea, but this is what's going to drive the rest of the episode, and we'll get into it.
all right, so you're thinking oversaturation of sci-fi movies. Now I'm not saying like, I mean sci-fi is a pretty broad term too, but I'm more leaning into like astronaut movies, because I feel like every couple of years there's like a big studio astronaut movie. And I wrote down some like basic cliff notes. So let's see. So yeah, I think, I mean, it follows the same format where it's like the risk of death is dying in space, and there's always like some sort of like comedic element to it. And I just feel that same format is kind of like what westerns went through. Like you had like 50 years of westerns where it's a good or a bad guy and they take down the villains and they ride a horse on the prairie and there's a tumbleweed. Like I think there's a very like cool chart. I'll show it in the podcast, but it basically like lines out all the different years that these movie genres were in popularity, and you'll see that westerns really died out in the 60s. Now, like every couple years there'll be some stragglers of western movies, but I feel like I don't know. It's not that I don't like these movies, but I feel like they're going to die out in like 10 years because of like the same plot line. And what else are you gonna do? Like, I mean, I could be wrong because they just had Artemis 2 go up to the moon, and that might even spark more like space exploration and like more interest for that. But I mean, Project Hail Mary wouldn't have been that big without an actor like Ryan Gosling. Like that's all I have to say about sci-fi really.
That's fair. Yeah. Uh, I don't know. That's a tougher topic for me because I'm not really into westerns and I'm a lot into sci-fi. So, but I can definitely see where you're coming from because I feel like as westerns we're kind of like in that time period. It was kind of I guess relevant almost. Like now when we think about like westerns, I guess it's like we think about them in the past and like they are set in the past, but more when they were created, like it wasn't that far off from being like kind of modern almost, I guess, if that makes sense. So in a sense, in the same sense, I feel like a sci-fi movie, since we're going into more like of a science and like technology age, you can almost say it's like leaning more into a modern like it sci-fi feels more modern, if that makes sense. Um, so I guess moving forward, sci-fi just might become more or less modern and more in the past. And if it takes the same,
Yeah,
you know,
because I
yeah,
think I'm not saying like I'm a big Western guy, but I was just kind of using it as like an example because
right.
I mean you have like splinters of westerns where it's like spaghetti westerns or I don't even know other genres, but I think you're right in that it could go into like more of a retro space age. I mean, you
Mhm.
had Fantastic Four, and that was pretty cool with what they
Yeah.
did. Um, and I just wonder. I mean, you have Interstellar that was set like I think in 2025 or something, and that was modern. You had The Martian. I think that was set in the present. I should have wrote down all these different astronaut movies, but I think 2 years ago there was a movie released. It was called ISS, and it was astronauts fighting each other on the space station. And I mean, you have the space station, you have different planets. Project Hail Mary was good. I liked the science stuff because it introduced this new like biological thing, and you had Rocky, of course, and I feel like it only prospered because of its like character connection. What I'm trying to go at is that I think sci-fi is definitely going to change in the next 10 years at least.
I see what you're saying with like it shifting into something else, and but I feel like it already kind of has, like with AI, because like obviously the boom of AI has like I feel like it's being introduced more and more into movies, um, and like it probably will take over a lot of the sci-fi genre, especially as like AI gets more advanced. Um, but like it's just kind of hard to say what's going to happen after that because we don't really know what is going to happen with like science and technology and stuff, and that's what they're basing it off of, at least I think. But I can see where you can run out of stuff because at that point, like the oversaturation or whatever is just going to start creating slop because it's
Yeah.
just going to be the same thing over and over again. You can't really do that um, and make good movies. So yeah.
Was that a 5 minute segment?
It's almost 7 minutes.
Oh, we're chilling then. I mean, I was thinking of like at first I was thinking of like sci-fi movies as like space and aliens, and then I leaned more towards into astronaut, but I do feel like alien space, like thinking like Dune, like those type of movies I think will phase out in the next like 20, 30 years, cuz now it's just been like book adaptions, and I fear that we're going to go in like a cycle of this genre is going to boom, the bubble's going to pop, and then that's going to go under the radar. People are going to write more science fiction books, and then it'll rise again, and then it'll pop. So, what 2027 sci-fi movies do you know that are coming out? I fear it's following the same formula of like book adaptations, because like you had The Martian. I don't think Interstellar wasn't a book adaptation, right?
No, but there is actually because something came to mind when you mentioned that. I think it's I wanna say it. I don't know who was going to direct it, but it was a book adaptation, and then it was sci-fi as well. Let's see if I can find it. But yeah, like maybe it wasn't him. I'm not sure, but yeah, it was another movie that was going to be based on like a sci-fi book, um, and I saw that like a lot with like a lot of like upcoming movies. So yeah, you're not wrong on that part.
I also found it funny because sci-fi is just, it can mean anything. Like I was searching through that same like graph with the westerns, and it each year it lists out the different movies in that genre, and I thought it was so funny because then you had like Hot Tub Time Machine going up against like The Prestige or something. Like
Yeah,
it was just so funny. But I mean, they're even talking about a Project Hail Mary sequel, which I don't think will go over well, in my
yeah.
opinion. I mean, is there even a book like a second Project Hail Jerry? I don't know. Like, but yeah, I think. I mean, let's see. You have Apollo 13 with Tom Hanks. You have First Man with Ryan Gosling. Apollo 11, The Martian, Interstellar, The Astronaut, which is, I guess, it's another Hulu movie. ISS. I mean, you had Spaceman with Adam Sandler. I didn't see that. I heard it was actually kind of decent. Did you see that movie or no?
I didn't know.
Um, I think it came out on Netflix, but you have 2001 Space Odyssey, Fly Me to the Moon with Channing Tatum, um, Armageddon 1998. That one's actually goated though. So, have you seen that?
Uh,
I think during the 90s there was Armageddon, and I think it was The Core. No, not The Core. It was Armageddon, and it was these two disaster movies came out the same year, and I think one of the studios had seen the other one's script and wanted to make a similar movie, Deep Impact, and they were both like end of the world. Armageddon was, it was a comet landing on Earth and it was going to destroy everything, and Deep Impact was the same thing. It was just different casts, and I think Deep Impact had a Lord of the Rings guy, well, Elijah Wood, and
mm,
they're both actually like, they're both just like 90s action movies, and they're both decent. But I mean, you have destroying a comet, going to different planets, going to the space station. You have true stories, and there's probably going to be an Artemis movie that'll come out or something, or at least like a documentary. So, like I said earlier, it's not that I don't like them, but I fear that they're going to wither out in like 10, 15 years. And I could be wrong.
I almost kind of slightly disagree a little bit with you. I mean,
All right.
I can
Well,
see the worry.
thank you
I
guys for watching. We'll.
no, I see the worry, but I feel like with how again with how science and technology just constantly advances, I feel like there's just going to be more new and new things to like um, base these type of movies off of. I mean, I feel like if pretend we were like in the 80s or something, and like we were thinking, oh, there's not much stuff to make sci-fi movies off of right now. What are we going to do? You can't really envision what is going to happen with science and technology, so you can't really see or think about more movies to create. But I mean, you just got to kind of trust the process of that, and I guess hope that that comes out. But I mean, unless something like drastic happens, I don't think that it's going to change very much. I think it's just going to kind of go with the flow a little bit.
Yeah, I think now that you say that, especially with like newer technology, it's like westerns kind of phased out because they were only stuck in that time,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's like, yeah, you have technology growing, and there is going to be a new movie. So I think maybe not 10 to 15 years, but maybe like 50 to 60 years.
Yeah.
Maybe when we're like unks, grunks.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
it'll
And then
be
AI is just taking care of me.
you
And
know, it's so I saw this guy on
my full
Instagram.
size AI robot.
Oh, I saw this guy on Instagram, and he was some director, and he did like a 2 minute video of like him releasing his movie, and then I go into his description, and it's like AI film specialist, and I about shot myself. It was so, I don't know how people are getting behind this. I mean, there was a AI short film a couple months ago where the winner was going to be able to display their AI made film before every AMC showing. Now, AMC eventually said, "We're not doing that bullshit." So, yeah, I
Fair
don't know
enough.
why people are still supporting like these AI generated movies, cuz they're actually horrendous. And you have like Sora is going away now, and a lot of people love like Transformers and whatnot and all that like graphic department, and I think that's gonna definitely make a rise again, and we might get better like studios that'll give like more production time. Well, I mean, even back then, like you had the Mummy 2, or that was a rushed production week, and they made Dwayne the Rock Johnson as a Scorpion King. Have you seen him? Oh,
No.
you should look it up right now while I talk about this. But yeah, Mummy 2 returns, and look up The Rock, and you'll see how bad it is. And I think it's
Yo.
horrendous.
Okay, I have seen that actually, like in like a top 10 worst CGI YouTube video. So
Hmm.
yeah,
I
that's
think
pretty
I
hurts.
think you're right that with new technology, like it's gonna make a comeback. And so I think with CGI we're gonna get better. Hopefully we're gonna get better CGI. Yeah. I mean that's all I got on the deep dive.
Yeah, I mean, and leading into our next section, which is going to be our game show segment. We created blind rankings for each other, so that's going to be our game for today is blind ranking. It's funny because you mentioned about sci-fi movies being like you're thinking about astronaut movies, and when I was looking through your letterbox and I put on like the sci-fi genre, I was like, dude, I can only like find astronaut movies. I was like, these are all like space movies. So that's all. I was like, wow. But yeah, let's get into it.
I'll start off with you.
All right.
So yeah, we'll start off Alien Romulus.
I only watched that movie once, but I actually did really like it. I feel like I kind of lacked like it almost like is it was one of those movies where it kind of at least for me it kind of felt like it lacked like a bigger purpose, I guess, because it's like I guess you can kind of is it a spin-off? Can you say that?
I think it's a prequel to the
Oh,
first
okay,
one.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of felt like it lacked a little bit of purpose, so I can't put it too high, but I did like it. I don't know what else you're gonna give me, so I'm gonna put it at three.
All
Put
right,
it at
3.
three.
All right. 2001 A Space Odyssey.
Oof. See this movie I watched with my roommates in my dorm, and um, it was I think it's my first Kubrick film that I've actually watched to the end,
Yeah.
and it was like I started to fall asleep. I'm not gonna lie, but I was able to stay up so I could put it on my letterbox. But it is a good movie, so I'll put it at that's got to go above Aliens. So I'll put it at two.
All right. Next movie is Dune Part 2.
Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, what did you put? You're already giving me good movies, dude. Oh. Um I have to put that at one. Dude, Dune is like my favorite thing. I love Dune. The thing is, I do have to rewatch Dune Part Two because I did just rewatch Dune,
Mhm.
and I raised my score to be above what I rated Dune Part 2. And so,
So you had Dune Part 2 at like a 9?
oh, the way I usually rate stuff is like I do it by like I will do 9 and then I'll do like point something. So it's
Mm.
like a decimal scale. So originally I had Dune Part 1 at a 9.2, but after rewatching, I bumped it up to a 9.6 and I had Dune Part 2 at a 9.5 before.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like a little bit higher, but I think if I rewatch Dune Part 2 after I finish reading the book, I think I'm gonna like it more. But I did really like it because yeah, Dune is just phenomenal. So I'll put that at 1. I'm actually horrified now.
Interstellar.
Oh no, that's like my favorite movie. Oh, this is such a chopped list.
You still have
I
one
guess
more
that
too, so.
I have to put that at 4. I can't put that at 5. Oh, this is so bad. I love Interstellar so much. Recently, I think I might have lowered my opinion a little bit on Interstellar since I started watching a lot more movies from like Denis and David Fincher and like a lot of thrillers and stuff. Have
Mhm.
been really becoming some of my favorites, but yeah, I really like Christopher Nolan and Interstellar like a lot. So that actually hurts me so much to put that at 4. But yeah, all right, give me the 5. What's my 5?
Damn, dude, I was gonna try and throw you off. Alien 3.
Oh, thank God. I hate that movie. That movie is such a load of shit.
Uh, I think you
Oh
gave it
my gosh.
like a 1 star or something.
Yeah,
Like,
it was so
uh,
bad. I was doing it because I was watching David Fincher's movies and
mhm.
um I like looked it up. I was like, oh, should I watch like the extended or like the director's cut or like the regular
Oh
cut? And I was like, oh, you gotta watch the director's cut. It was like 2 hours and like I don't even know, like 30
god.
minutes of just straight hell. It was the most horrendous movie I've ever watched. I think that's my lowest rated movie so far, and we'll see if I hate a movie more. But that is my least favorite movie. All right, you ready?
All right, give it to me.
Dune Part 1.
Dune Part 1. Oh, I'm scared that you might have messed with me now. I like the movie. We actually, me, you, and another friend, we watched it, and I think it's a great setup. Like a lot of people rate it a 4, or sometimes even a 7. I will stick Part 1 at. I'll stick it at 4. I'll stick it at 4.
Interesting. Inception.
Ooh, Inception is a fire 4 answer, and I don't want to leave the 5 open. I liked Inception. Um, I mean, the first time I saw it was a re-release in theaters, and so it was a great theater experience. I think I'm gonna have to place it at 3.
All right, all right. Project Hail Mary.
Ooh, Project Hail Mary was good, but ooh, I'm gonna have to place it at 5. No. Oh.
Alrighty.
Oh.
All right. Uh.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh no. I think the camera died. Hold
No
on,
way.
I got a battery here. All right. What's the next movie?
Is that your 3, 4, 5
Oh
right
my
now? Oh
gosh,
my
you're
gosh. Let's enter the darkness. All right.
Yeah, that's my 3, 4, 5.
All right. 2001.
2001. I think it is a great sci-fi movie. I think the fact that it was made in the 60s with the technology that they had is a even better achievement than Star Wars. Even better
Interesting.
achievement than Star Wars.
I
Because Star
can
Wars,
probably stand behind it.
you have the whole blue screen, and then I love Star Wars. It is my favorite franchise, but I will have to say, because it's the same thing with Casablanca, where it's like it might not be a good movie in today's terms, but the fact that it was made in the 40s and how good it was, it's like with Citizen Kane as well. It's like I think, ooh, I'm scared. I think I'm gonna have to place it at 2. Yeah, I'm locking in 2.
So you're leaving your one open.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Are you ready for your one?
Hit me.
The fifth wave.
All right. All right. I might get flamed for this, but the fifth wave is so good. I remember watching that on. I remember watching that as a kid, and it was actually fire. I do think it gets lost in the third act. Have you seen the fifth wave?
A long time ago, but yeah.
All right. So I
It used
think
to be one of my favorite movies.
I like the whole concept where it's like the trackers in their heads, and it's the whole like using kids for war. I think it's a great movie. Compared to these movies, it is utter dog crap.
I was gonna say you got it low on your letterbox.
I think on my letterbox it's probably like what, a 7, 3.5,
Something like that, yeah.
Like it might be in the review, and I feel like there's also this other thing with letterbox where it's like you have this idea in your head, but then you also want to rate it kind of what the average is and not seem like a outlier almost. And that's also, I've also heard this other thing with letterbox where people want to remove the like average rating until after you rate the movie yourself. Because in that way, that way it doesn't like mess with your personal ranking. But yeah, I think fifth wave is definitely cool, and like being 10 years old and watching, I think it was like what, 2015 when it came out. So
yeah, something like that.
I mean, I'm sad it's in the one. I probably would have had. It probably would be a 5. Let's see what fifth wave is at. I might be like that schizo Squidward meme. It's at a 2.3. All right. So we got a bunch of haters in chat.
2.3 average?
2.3 average. Nah, I like this movie. What did I give it? I gave it a 2.5. Yeah, so I went the average. I would have gave it like a 3.5. Unironically, in my top 20 favorite bad movies. I still stand by that.
Wow, right. Alien 3 has an average of 2.8. And the fifth wave is, in my opinion, so much better. I don't understand. I will have a forever hatred for Alien 3. Like, that actually ruined my night. I actually felt like I wasted my time so horrendously. But anyway, yeah.
Well, with our blind ranking, that will end the first episode of the Baked Potato Podcast. If you guys like the episode, please be sure to leave a like. Drop something in the comments of what we should talk about next week. Frankie, do you have anything else?
Watch Pizza Movie. It's goated. Dune is better than Star Wars.
I don't know about
and sci-fi is the best genre. Peace.